Hello beautiful people, and welcome back to my channel. So if you read by the title, I am going to be sharing with you my 5 top books. One I don't have with me because I lent it, but if you didn't know, now you know. I actually love to read. I'm not the fastest reader, I'll admit that. There's books that take me literally months to read. There's other books that will literally take me 1 week. It mostly depends on if I have a lot to do that month, if the book is interesting. If it's interesting, I'm like so eager to just keep on reading it. But if it's not as interesting, I tend to still finish the book. Honestly, I will still finish the book, but it will take me so long to finish it. So I want to go in order from the top 5. My number 1 is going to be the last one. So this was very hard to choose, but I think the one at the very end has to be The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. This is by Stephen R. Covey. Not sure if I'm saying that right, but this was a very good book. I definitely want to reread this book. If you could get your hands on it, get your hands on it. And as you could see, I have little bookmarks here where I just like to save it just to go back to them and read it. For example, I'll go to one right now. Let's see. I think most of the bookmarks that I have here are the activities, but some are quotes. So let me see. Okay, this is flexibility. Your planning tool should be your servant, never your master. If your organizer is portable, you will keep it with you so that the important data is always within reach. I mean, this could mean like whatever to you, but to me this means like always have a planner with you and just plan out your day. It is number 1 to being effective. It's number 1 to being, honestly, number 1 to just being productive. I always like to have my planner with me most of the time wherever I go. There's times where I don't have it with me, but most of the time I do keep it with me. All right, next one is gonna be the 5 a.m. Club. So the 5 a.m. Club, this is by Robin Sharma. I'm sorry if I said that wrong, but this is a really good book. Obviously from the title of the book you could tell that it is about waking up at 5 in the morning, which is one of my goals. I have a little trouble where I still go to sleep late, so therefore most of the time I don't end up waking up early. But like I said, this is one of my goals. Hopefully, hoping, and honestly I'm just gonna manifest it. I will reach it by the year. I'm gonna be waking up at 5 a.m. in the morning. So in the beginning of the book, I don't want to give too much away, but in the beginning of the book, this guy disguises himself and he pretends to be somebody else at a, what is it called? At a seminar. So he pretends to be somebody else at a seminar. He meets these 2 people where he ends up taking them with him and helping them to eventually wake up at 5 a.m. and they come back to him and tell him how much it has changed their life. And in all like lesson of the book is that waking up at 5 a.m. is so helpful, could help you be more productive, and could even help you have more free time in the end. Honestly, a goal I will reach by the end of this year. So next book has to be Atomic Habits. I absolutely love this book. This book is by James Clear. It's a really good book about habits that you should really, how do you say, like inherit, and just have that will make you also more effective, more productive in the day. And all in all, it's a really good book. It was super interesting. This one didn't take long for me to read because, like I said, I was so eager to read it. Highly recommend if you could get your hands on this book. Next one. So these are going to be my top 2 right now. This one was very hard to choose from, but this is The Secret. The Secret has to do with law of attraction, and it goes more in depth of how law of attraction works. I guess you could say it also has to do like with manifestation, but honestly, this is a really good book. I had been wanting to read this for such a long time, and this is actually one of the last books I've read from all of the other ones, and it's super good. This one took me a week to read. It's not that big, and as you could see, I have little bookmarks on there too. And the last one I don't have with me, but the last one I'm going to put a photo here. The last one is going to be Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. I never forget who wrote that book because it's one of my favorites. Honestly, it has activities for you to do as well, and I feel like the activities really help you if you put them into practice. And actually that goes for all of these books. If you put those activities into practice, it will help you. My favorite books are the ones that do have activities in them, just because I feel like you learn more with them, you know, as you go you learn. So highly recommend, if you don't read, you start reading. Honestly, to me, reading any kind of book is really good, but I have to say, between like Audible and reading the physical book, I will always prefer the physical book. And that's only because I like putting my little bookmarks, I like going back to them, I like writing notes on them. But I mean, if you don't have a lot of time, I get why you do Audible. I'm not judging you for that. Like, it's just the way I prefer to read. All in all, highly recommend you get your hands on one of these books if you do want to get started and read self-help books, because that is the type of books that I love to read. Get them. Like, these just have to be my top 5. Get your hands on one of these books. It doesn't matter which one. If you want to start with the little one, start with the little one. The little one from the list is The Secret. It's very easy to read and it's very interesting. Also, besides reading self-help books, I've been interested in reading other types of books, to be honest with you. So if you have any recommendations, comment down below. I'm very open to reading any other book, honestly. And that's gonna be it for this video. Remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And if you haven't already, check in my description down below. I have my boyfriend's channel link. I have the channel that I have with him linked down there as well. And like always, I will see you in the next one. Bye!